Hello, everybody. I am not sure if I'm live. Let me check. Am I live? Yes, I'm live. Hello, everyone. Hope you all are doing good. So, I wanted to discuss some community action happening right now, revolving me, and what I think about the whole drama, the whole argument, and basically just sharing out my opinion towards everything. So I joined the community chat to try and vocalize my concerns that I want to be left alone because I'm not in the community anymore in terms of faking people, actually going online, playing online matches on my real account, playing on fake accounts. I don't do that anymore. Sometimes I join the chat now and then to have a laugh, to see what's going on, or to confront someone because that is the fastest way for me to engage with someone, call them out, and put the strings basically. So, and then I always get accused of claiming that I'm leaving the community but coming back, but they're deliberately misrepresenting what I actually mean because I meant in terms of gameplay, in terms of faking, and in terms of trying to get and uploading somebody on your real account and being competitive in general. That is my position on the matter, and I think that should be respected. But one thing I do not appreciate is lies about me, manipulation about me, edited clips about me, edited screenshots. Like, there's no integrity, it's just insults, no civilized matters. And people are always being transphobic, like saying I will never be a woman, jeopardizing the fact that people's feelings get hurt. Not that mine does get hurt, of course not. I don't take them seriously, but saying something hurtful like that can jeopardize someone's feelings and it can make them very, very upset. And that is something you should not do to somebody that they have done nothing to you, that if they are not engaged with you. And I think that everybody should know that I am a person, regardless of my trans stats or not, regardless of what you think of me, I am still a person on this earth. And if you have decency and dignity, you would respect me and you would stay civilized instead of trying to go for personal attacks and saying hurtful things about somebody, because that is not the right solution at all. If you are a mature person and you're doing the right thing, but not try to upset somebody and make them sad. That is not how things go around in online spaces. That is why Discord has policies, TikTok has policies, and although they're not perfect, they still exist. And everybody should be treated with respect. That is what you learn from your parents, school, etc. So I just want to address a misconception about me, people claiming that I admitted that I have done nothing to contribute to my transition. I have clarified in a comment that I was talking about medical surgery. English is not my first language. I am not going to say what my actual language is sorry, native language is. That is a private, confidential matter that I keep personal to close friends only. Sometimes I may misword things that people interpret differently. And when I clarified, they dismissed it and they acted biased and decided to go to their opinion that I admitted that I wasn't transgender, which is not true at all. I have claimed I've took estrogen hormones. That is my clarification. And my other clarification is the fact that I meant to have a new surgery. So, for example, voice minimization surgery, breast surgery, bottom surgery, genital surgery. I have not done any of that yet because they are too expensive. And wait times in the UK are very, very long in the NHS, which is unfortunate. Which is why in the future I want to move to America, earn my own money, and begin the formal procedures of customizing my body and changing my gender legally if that is the law that is changed. Well, not gender, sex legally. Sorry, I said that wrong. I apologize. That is a misconception I want to address. And another misconception is about catfishing. Now, I will admit I did catfish in the past. I looked back, reflected, and I recognized that that was not right, that it broke trust, it was intrusive, and very disingenuous and very dishonest. I take accountability for my catfishing in the past. We all make mistakes. I apologize formally to everybody in this community that is not like the fact that I used to catfish people in the community. But there is no evidence to suggest that I catfish now. All you have is your own opinion, which is fine. You're absolutely entitled to it. But at the end of the day, I know what I do. I am my own person. Unless you hijacked my phone and you can see what I'm doing, you cannot make any confirmation that I catfish people right now. You can speculate about it, you can have your own opinion, absolutely. But you cannot make vague statements, accusations against people without evidence or proof. The only thing you can do is discuss your opinion. What's next? Don't remember what I was going to say. Like, I left the community chat, so it's hard to remember what people have claimed about me. Oh yes, my mother situation. So there have been claims that I hate my mother or my mother hates me. I don't remember the claim. And I asked for proof or evidence of this, and no one could show it. If you're going to accuse somebody, please engage in good faith and try your best to give examples, give a reference, know an estimate on where I said that. Be kind about it. What the fuck was that? I thought I was a spider for a second. And just simply be honest. Hold on. People are watching my stream. So yeah, like this bot, like this fake account in the chat, they claim my mother doesn't like me. But when I ask for proof, they cannot show the proof. I mean, if you have your own opinion about that, that's fine. But again, this proves my point about this community. They make hurtful statements about people and don't provide evidence for any of them when we challenge them. And then people like to make conclusions like they're a psychologist, that I'm insecure, which is also ambiguous. So you can't say for certain. It is not an absolute statement. It is not an objective fact. There are different definitions when it comes to subjective and objective. And if you have a brain, you would know what those definitions are. Unless I have to define them to you, which is something I really don't want to do because I have faith in you. And yeah, thanks for saying that claim that I'm lonely. No, I did that because I was manipulating U2K. I was trolling him as well at the same time. So, for example, I pretended that I wanted to be friends. I said false statements to him for him to think that he's in control to use against me. I also have documents of that to prove it. I can show it anytime. Which again, I screenshot everything just in case lies like this have to happen. So E2K behind that account, if you are genuine about what you're saying, all I ask for is why you came to that conclusion, why you think it's mandatory to insult people for no reason who have done nothing wrong to you in months, and why you think it's okay to go personal with some people when they haven't gone personal with you. Regardless of what people said, you should not make fun of someone. Now my philosophy is different. If someone makes fun of me, I will make fun of them back. But simply doing it for no reason isn't the right thing to do. You weren't manipulating anyone. RTA, I have told you, I have stated that I have documents of proof that I was manipulating him. I have all the screenshots on my old phone that I've used to screenshot. You dismissing that goes to show that you're not here to learn, and all you want to do is switch the burden of proof on people to benefit you. I also have proof of this, by the way, in screenshots of my old phone. I have dates way back in 2024 where you were lying, manipulating, and I documented them too in case something happened, like texting one of my friends and telling lies about me. RTA, you need to understand that I am just trying to keep myself safe in this online community. What did you accomplish out of the manipulation? List it. Sure. What I accomplished out of the manipulation was to prove that E2K was actually not a genuine person. So starting back from when we were cool, I was suspicious about E2K because I decided to look back into old chats about him, and he didn't seem like a nice moral person to me. So I became cautious and I acted on my own terms, like having my own agenda. And when I found out that E2K was a bad person, when he said personal things to me, And basically in the chat in general, just watching actions, what you did, I clipped him in matches in case he tried to do something to me. And like the channel you said that got deleted, that confirmed my suspicion. But regarding your question, I got the screenshots to prove that what I said was calculated, and the insecurity part was not true. Because I have stated before I texted HK by typing that I am going to pretend to state that I'm insecure in the voice message, or was that long paragraph? I don't remember. That's what I've done. I have the documents of it. If you don't believe it, that is fine to me. There's photos of you sharing JB with multiple people. What does JB mean? What does JB mean? I'm confused. E2 made it known he don't fuck with you publicly, so that's not saying anything next. How is that relevant to my stream? I am addressing misconceptions. How is that relevant? So you wish your channel known he was disingenuous? Math not mathin'. True. I did wish my own channel for him, but I wanted to make HK think that I trusted him. And I didn't expect him to go that far and delete my channel because he acted like he was my friend. So he did manipulate me to some extent. Sure. He got rid of my channel, sure. I admit that. Sometimes people make mistakes. So I'm not sure how that's relevant, because I can clarify that I let HK in my channel to make him think that I trust him. And it worked because he did matches with me on fakes. We had friendly matches together, and I beat him, and I clipped them, just in case HK tried anything. And when I challenged him about NK, I asked him to leave NK, because HK knows himself. This is the reason why he betrayed Blake. That Blake is a narcissist. Although I can't diagnose it, I can have my own opinion of Blake. And HK knows that Blake likes to control people, likes to think of himself as supreme towards other people. I thought HK would do the right thing, secretly pretend to play along with Blake while agreeing with me, but he didn't do that. So I thought he was a sick person at that time. If you catfish online, that means you're insecure. Well, that's actually the circular fallacy. That is circular. Can you provide evidence for that? Instead of offering evidence to HK, you just make assertions. Well, yeah, I can't show them because I don't have them anymore. I deleted them, of course. I admit that. However, there's witnesses of Juggalo, other people seeing my channel of me supposedly beating that fake account that you were on. While I can't prove it, I know it's true, and I'm not trying to prove that. Actually, HK, I am technically just saying how I outsmarted you and how I knew you were a bad person. So you can absolutely dismiss those matches. There is absolutely no evidence of that. That's fine. I agree with you right there. But please note that I am not trying to prove them, because I have no obligation to, nor care to. But I do have some form of proof in a screenshot of you admitting that I beat you 200 times. And I know it was mostly due to boosting, but I do have some form of proof in a screenshot. And by the way, RTA, in case you dismiss it, there is multiple witnesses. Like, I know you don't trust Remix, but I know you trust Disaster. You fuck with Disaster. Well, I'm not sure what your perspective about that one is, but Disaster saw his old GT. Blake did. Ty did. LTH did. Some of VBI members did. I'm not sure which one, but some VBI members saw it. They'll most likely not and get involved because they don't want to start any drama with EGK. But the people who have seen it, they are witnesses within that screenshot that I sent and within the matches that I have published. So EGK, at least I have some form of evidence, not proof, sorry, I admit that I was wrong. So, and yeah, it needs to incriminate screenshot of yourself. It's fake, right? What do you mean? It's fake. I'm not sure what you mean about me. At the end of the day, you are just upset because he don't see you as a girl, don't want you onto that. You got betrayed. It's okay to admit he did hurt me. I do admit that. When he deleted my channel, it did hurt me. There's an indication of that because I confronted him in the chat and I cursed him out. And in another stream, I'm not sure if it's still there, I calmed down on a stream and started insulting him. I was hurt because I thought he was a genuine friend at the start before finding out that he was possibly manipulating me, how he acted, what he did with Blue. So, Archie, I'm not ashamed to admit that he did hurt me back then. I'm not ashamed to admit that. What I'm ashamed of is the fact that EGK didn't do the right thing and didn't get involved in the drama so things wouldn't escalate. EGK has his own bodily autonomy and he has the right to refuse to do that to someone's channel. I know you don't give a fuck. I'm not saying you have to give a fuck. I'm not saying you have to agree. But I am saying to you as a whole that EGK has bodily autonomy. It is not like Blake can go through the screen, choked him to death because he is not complied with him. That is my issue on the matter. You were in the Discord? Yeah, I typed in the community chat a lot. I don't remember why. It's been a lot. It's been like 2.5 years ago, I think. Don't remember why. But yes, I was. I literally wrote in the community chat a lot. Of course. Well, exactly. He admitted that he was disingenuous. We are not the same B. I have ET 100%. He not gonna do to me what he did you for many girl emoji reason. Okay, I don't personally give a fuck. I didn't ask. You are free to believe that if you like. I don't give a fuck. If EGK generally has a romantic interest in you and he loves you, I don't care. None of that is relevant to my stream. In this lifeline, I don't think your feelings really matter. Why? How can you conclude this? Why can't you just move on from me? Why can't your girlfriend just move on from me, disengage, and just stop? To make life easier for the both of us. No, I have the right to defend myself, Archie. I am not going to stop advocating for myself just because you don't like the truth being heard. And just because you are being exposed at being just nonchalant and heartless. Like, what you do is wrong. Many other people would view the same globally. Nobody making lives but you. I thought you meant lives for a second. No, Blake is making live streams. I mean, I don't rant. I don't make stream after stream after stream after stream like him ranting, spitting on the mic, drinking his fucking coke. I'm surprised. I'm not sure if he's diabetic, but I assume he is. I just think he doesn't give a fuck to see a doctor because I'm not sure if you need to pay in New Zealand law or we have to have insurance. I'm not sure. But we both can agree that Blake is fucked up. Nobody. Okay, well, I'm treating you respectfully and civilizedly. So why can't you do the same? Why do you think you feel that when someone breaks two chances, you have to try and terrorize them? Why can't you just, if someone moves on from you, I even tried to in the chat and you broke that promise. But why can't you just move on from someone and mind your own business that does not involve you? So, for example, if I mention E2K on my own, you would not get involved. Why can you not just mind your business? I'm just dealing with my issues. I'm just trying to defend myself. There are some things that you were not there for. And I know Judgment Day treats every member of what they say as a fact. But it's not automatically true. Because the facts are not proven at the end of the day. Yes, that's my point. Nobody gives a fuck about Blake. We agree. The reason why I joined the fucking chat was to see what Blake would do with me. And obviously he was trying to set me up by promising me to get you an E2K. When actually there was no proof that you can get a fake account. There is no proof that fake account is yours. We know that. Blake is a clown. Okay. You can defend him, but I just don't agree with it. So, it's clear we cannot change our perspectives and we cannot compromise. So, there's no point for me to try and reason with you because you fuck with the Judgment Day and you don't fuck with me. So we can agree that no compromise is going to be made. All I'm doing is defending myself. All I'm doing is asking to be left alone. And Archie, are you a Christian? I think you're a Christian. Or you pray to some higher power. I'm not sure what religion you're in. But does some religions say in the Bible that you should love one another? Can you explain why instead of just saying that it's because of me? So we can try and fix the issue? I'm not asking to be cool with you, by the way. I'm just asking you to leave me alone. Like, there's a difference between, oh, I think that person's cool, I like them a lot, and just leaving them alone like they don't exist. That's a difference. That's a completely different distinction. I'm treating you with respect right now. I'm asking you to leave me alone. I'm trying to be very, very civilized with you because, well, would insulting really benefit anything? No. I think they all left the stream. Yeah. Like when you ask for a reason, they cannot give one. It just shows their ignorance. Yeah, I am going to screenshot all this for evidence. I don't mess with you at all. Yes, you do. You, that day in the Discord chat, you replied to me. I guess that person did reply to me, but you could have insulted them by themselves instead of mentioning me. Like, I am not responsible for what he done. I cannot control him for not replying to me. It's like saying if HK replies to someone calling you a bitch and he's cool with them, are you gonna criticize him? Because you claim he can do what the fuck he wants. He can still be cool with somebody, even if they don't like you. Like you claim you don't control your boyfriend. I mean, unless of course he says something too far. But if a person just doesn't like somebody, would you control him? You came to a chat where you claimed you weren't coming back to. I don't go out my way to hit you up. Okay, RTA, let me clarify something to you because you are not getting the picture. Yes, I have said that I will not be joining the community chat again. I have said that, of course. But sometimes when there is a reason and you want to resolve the issue as soon as possible, sometimes you have no choice but to go back to your chat that you don't want to go. And I had to do what I gotta do. It's like getting up for work. Like, let's say someone doesn't want to go to work because it's Friday. They just want a game. Or they want to go somewhere fun instead of doing boring shit they hate, like in a job they had no choice but to get. It's like that. Archie, again, you're not getting the point. I am saying that if there's a reason, I'm going to join back. You contradicting yourself, to be honest. How am I contradicting myself? I've changing your mind is not contradicting yourself. Saying you don't like sausages and then trying it and suddenly liking it is not a contradiction. A contradiction means that both things are impossible at the same time. Disliking something and then liking it after you try it is not a contradiction. So when someone says that they're not going to join back to community chat but see something that they need to address that is serious, they may change their mind and join the chat. But that doesn't mean that they're back in the community. They're just addressing a specific instance. Not incident, sorry. And the fastest way to do that to the person that they want to communicate with is Discord in the community chat. If there was another community chat like Riz's community chat, I would. But it's Hoss's community chat. And sometimes we have to do things we don't want to do. That was a lie, RTA. I do give a fuck about getting my evidence on you guys. It boils down to this. I make you guys think you're in control. I pull the strings, get the pieces, in case something happens. Like you text my friends, or you make lies about me. I have that sort of proof I need. E2, well, I already admitted in the end before I left the chat that I didn't give a fuck. It was just to get evidence on you guys that you guys are horrible people. I don't give a fuck about Brianna. I don't care. I gave a fuck about getting the pieces on you. Again, RTA, you're missing the full picture. But I can stop this if you simply leave me alone. I can stop this. Sorry, I missed the message. I responded to the attachment that him responded to. I don't remember what you said. I'm not joining back to the community chat to check. But what you said was considered offensive to me, regardless of what your intent was. You could have said that specific person instead of saying my name. I would have understood that you're trying to make it understandable as much as possible. You're trying to also refrain from me being offended as much as possible. That is something I can handle. Well, if you're not a horrible person, then just leave me alone. Stop trying to upset people's feelings. Yes, you don't fuck with me. Fine. I don't fuck with you either, RTA. Of course. Life is life. You fuck with others, you don't fuck with other people. I don't fuck with Donald Trump, and you fuck with Donald Trump. I don't fuck with fucking Hitler. I don't fuck with my dad. I do not fuck with narrow-minded people. I despise people who just want to win. We all have different opinions. So that is why I try to disengage as much as possible unless I need to address something relevant. Unfortunately, RTA, people differ. You don't give a fuck what people say about you, but I do. And it's why I defend myself. To be firm, to fight, to advocate. You're talking to me right now. And when I join the community chat sometimes, even like there were specific instances where I joined the community chat and I didn't mention you. Or when, remember that VC we joined and I apologized to you, I think. And I don't need to not diss you. You diss me out of nowhere. If I remember correctly. When we agreed to move on. And I tried again. But you wouldn't move on. And then you wanted a match, in my opinion, that you wanted to set me up. To get me. With EGK to accomplish your goal. That didn't happen, so you got upset. And I'm a scatterbrain. I do have the screenshots, but looking for it is a nightmare. I'm not joining back in the community chat. We can leave that discussion for another time. But you jumped right at me. And you offended me. You so weird, bro. You making it seem like I text you or go out my way to talk shit. You need help. How do I need help for having an opinion about you? RTA, why can't you just compromise with me? We could agree on not to mention each other ever again. Go on your word. Stick to your promise. If I contradict myself, You are free to do whatever you like. If I mention you once, again in particular, then you have every right to say what needs to be said. Yes, I'm talking about you because we don't get along, of course. But I'm offering you a proposition to change things right now. And it seems like you don't want to. I'm going to leave here now. No, I'm not sad because you declined that match. That's on you anyway. I gotta go have fun being miserable. Okay. Like I said, if you aren't gonna move on from me, then I'm going to address you. But good day to you as well. Thank you. Anyway, enough of that. For people watching this in the future, I do not recommend this community. I don't. Very antagonistic, very narrow-minded. People can't be open-minded and agree with new perspectives. And there was one other misconception I wanted to address. Particularly, me not showing myself. I do have an explanation on why. The explanation is I do not like it when people have photos of me because it's creepy. There are lots of creepy people on the internet. I am not comfortable with anyone having unauthorized access to my photos and doing nasty things. I can't say it on YouTube. I don't want to get flagged. But that sort of thing, that's a concern. And I don't want to dox myself. I don't want anyone online that I don't know to know what I look like unless we are very, very close friends. I mean very, and I trust you. That is the only way I will ever FaceTime somebody. So it's like this. If I don't trust somebody, I'm not going to show my personal self to you. Not out of insecurity, but out of caution. And it is my choice to do so. If I know you for ages and I trust you, we will have this discussion. If I don't, I'm sorry. But I don't trust you. So being considerate and respecting that decision until someone's ready is absolutely the thing you should do. And I just want to say that all I ask is for you all to leave me alone so I don't have to resort going to court and getting an order against somebody. Because I have fake accounts of Jay texting me. I'm not sure it was E2K, but that is the case. And people are reporting my messages. Well, this isn't really like a manuscript, it's just in DVD. I got reported for sending GGs and PlayStation. It's decided to take action. So I'm never typing in chats ever again. Don't have to add me by my Discord. But yeah. And yeah. Archie, I just want one more thing to say about you. Listen for a sec. I agree that you cannot control ETK. You are not responsible for what ETK says. You have no justification to tell him to stop. That is on ETK. That is on him. He is a grown-ass man. Grown-ass adults make decisions that influence their lives, their actions. That is something you cannot control. So just know, I am not blaming you for what EGK has done. You are not a part of the situation or altercation. You do not associate yourself into what EGK says. Anyway, I'm gonna end the stream now because I said what I had to say. And hopefully I don't see y'all next time. Bye.